Hi, I'm Alistair. I'm a third year history and politics student at SOAS.
Hi, I'm Salwa. I'm a second year student at SOAS studying law.
Through working with the LTD department before, I heard about the services they offer, and I hadn't used them for a while, and then I had 4 deadlines in 1 week. History and politics is very essay heavy, and I was really stressed out and went to them for some help on how to structure my essays, and they were really helpful, calmed me down a lot, and sort of took me through step by step, and it really made a difference to the essays I was doing and how I felt about essays, and also how I thought about them in the future as well. So that was really helpful. Definitely one of the things that SOAS offers that not everyone uses that is really useful, and I feel like if more people knew about it, they might be more willing to use it.
Definitely.
And it's just great that SOAS offers that support all the way through.
Because it is with like PhD students and master students. So
exactly, yeah.
People
So
who have experience and kind of know what they're saying, and that's definitely some guidance that you want to get. As a law student, a lot of our assignments are handed through a website or a system called Turnitin, and we also get our feedback through there as well. And usually the feedback works in the sense that on your digital copy you have it on the margins, and sometimes depending on the tutor it can be quite brief or it can be quite descriptive. It really depends on the person. Me personally, I prefer descriptive feedback, and I only got that from a few of my tutors, and I could really work with that. With the ones who gave me general feedback, what I would then do is I would go and speak to them, or I would, like I said, what I plan to do is use the one-on-one tutorials and show the PhD students or the master students the feedback that I got, and work with them to understand what my tutor was maybe trying to get at if they are busy. But that is basically how the feedback works for law students. You get it from your tutors, and then you work with that, with the guidance that they give you.
yeah, for me, I found that the feedback through Turnitin is really useful, especially when you get a lot of feedback. Like the more the better, really. So you know what to do. Sometimes I find there isn't as much feedback, but I realise sometimes the PhD students aren't getting paid to mark the stuff sometimes, so I can see why they wouldn't be sort of marking it so extensively.
Yeah, it's true.
But as I say, the more the better. Usually what I do with feedback is collect all of the comments that I've got, and sort of make a Word document off that, and then look at things that are cropping up again and again, and then speak through with the lecturers. I'm constantly trying to adapt what I'm doing to sort of make my essays better, but I definitely spend a lot of time with my lecturers speaking through what I need to do better and getting their feedback sort of face to face. I find that helps a lot, and the best lecturers I find give great feedback in that they'll sort of print off paper copy for you of your essay, sort of write all over it, mark it for you, and talk that through with you as well, which is really useful, and also in some ways better than Turnitin.
I think it's because you're used to that as you grow up, as you study. Like that's how you usually get your papers marked. So I think to see a physical copy of it is actually quite helpful, because then you can literally just kind of see where they,
Yeah, definitely. Like you see how they felt, right? So
yeah,
you see
exactly.
why they felt a certain way about a certain part of your work, whereas that might not have come across
with the
through Turnitin.
Yeah.
So getting that face to face, I think, is a really positive thing.
If I was to do first year again, I think definitely time management is something that I would have definitely had to work on. And also making use of facilities like what LTD provides, like the one-on-one tutorials, like the sessions that they have on essay writing and how to take notes and elements like this, because you might think that it's really easy to do and that you can just do it off the bat, but sometimes it does take quite a bit of preparation, and you need someone who has that knowledge and has that guidance. And unfortunately I did not take that into account in my first year, but definitely because these services are there to help me, I would definitely go for those services this year.
So I guess if I was doing my first year again, I wish I'd known sort of more how the degree structure works in terms of how you're marked. There's a lot of myths and rumours around SOAS about how your final degree is marked in second and third year, and how much different modules count for. So looking more into that and understanding that second and third year are sort of equally weighted, and a clear explanation of that I think would have helped me a lot more. So I wish I looked more into that, or had a place to sort of find that out, really.
And I think LTD, if you like go talk to them, I think the counsellors and stuff can help you with that as well. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you like the ones that are in your department are really helpful with that kind of information, because they sort of know how it works, because they're within the department. They sort of understand it much more and are much more able to explain it.